So what do you make of the whole Black Lives Matter thing? Because this is it. I mean, I feel like this is going to be the issue until the election, and probably much, much longer than that.
Well, I have black teenage males in my family. And it's very frightening, and it's not like they're making it up. It's true and real. It happens too often. It happens to Hispanics a lot here too, but they don't report it as much. And they're also locked up hand over fist. But it's just, it's the news again, wagging the dog.
Yeah. So the news basically wants us all to hate each other, right? Like it's just
giving
about
us good stories that interest us. That's all. It's speaking to the demographic that it wants to fleece.
Yeah.
I knew it was fake when I addressed the Green Party delegates in Florida in 2011. And I'm like, you got to get rid of stand your ground gun law. They didn't know about Trayvon Martin or anything. I think it hadn't happened yet. And that was a stand your ground. I knew that was fucking not a good law for people, and it's all based on how are they going to lock up pot smoking kids to go to those jails and work for those corporations for 16 cents an hour. It's a predatory system. I mean, we know enough to call it predatory lending, but it's way bigger than predatory lending. It's when you go to church to pray and a pedo gets you. It's beyond predatory. It's a pirate predatory system. And children are its prey, and I don't like that. And I don't like anybody who aids that. And no grandmas do. Grandpas don't either.
But they're nodding off at the television.
People who don't have kids or whatever. Decent people don't like that kind of system, and they don't even dare look at it because they're like this. On the local level, I'll say when I ran, I did get the nomination of the Peace and Freedom Party, and I was very excited because they were a real socialist party. But then when I asked people to do work for free, they got really offended. And they're like, well, I got to make money for that. And I said, you don't get paid for being a revolutionary in my campaign. You do it because you have to do it. You don't do it for a job, because those people always sell you out. I want a true believer's fire in the bellies. I got a few of them and made it to 3 ballots because of them and the work they did. They got out there and got the signatures. And
you got like the 6th most amount of votes, right?
Yeah,
which is no small feat.
3 states.
In only 3 states. Yeah.
It only took 3 states to put me in 6th place out of 50 candidates. So I thought, oh, these are some good things that people who come after can probably Kanye West will be doing it in 2020.
Roseanne Kanye, I could see it. So it seems to me that a lot of the things that you're talking about, we're sort of all over the place here, but there's a theme here sort of around socialism, but at the same time, you're really talking about the individual, because you're basically saying, get your shit right, think right, get local instead of big and all that stuff.
It's not socialism as the socialists define socialism. I'm for some socialist solutions to problems.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I'm a Stalinist.
It actually sounds libertarian to me, a lot of the things you're saying.
I don't like them because we do need government.
Yeah.
By God, we need intelligent, efficient government. So I want a synthesis called peopleism, where we just like solve fucking problems.
Right.
And nobody's getting rich off keeping the problem going.
Like, people are waking up to just how rigged the system is, how everyone is being pitted. The media pits everybody against everybody. I mean, turn on the TV right now. What's going on with Black Lives Matter?
That's great, because that's what I wanted. That's why I ran for president, why I made the movie. And I think my movie, Roseanne for President, which is out now, it shows where I planted the seeds. And I knew right where to plant them. I feel just so vindicated. And I feel really powerful. Like, geez, I did find right words, and I always will try to find right words. But the good thing about right words is they turn off idiots, and we don't need any of them. The less of them interpreting and mansplaining and fucking goy-splaining and empire pharaoh-splaining our shit, when it is about profit sharing. It's that fucking simple. You're going to have to pay people decently for working. And every problem on earth disappears the minute that happens. Because they only have wars for slavery. That's why they have wars, so they can have slave labor. So they have a fucking war. Well, the less we would war, the more money for us. That's what I'm saying. Let's not do that just this one time. Let's instead step back, let it fall, learn how to grow our own food. This is number one. Food is money. And getting our water, harvesting our, surviving. We've got to step back from the bullshit. It doesn't matter which one of them wins. It's the same bullshit. It's a duopolistic fundraising arm of the prison military industrial complex. And, Brexit, to me, was fucking the heroes. That was the hero's cry, the rebel yell. And I love it.
Yeah.
Because I thought we didn't want this one world government. I mean, back in the 90s, remember they were working us with the one world fucking evil Illuminati. They were working us with that bullshit.
Right.
Which I went right in the heart of that too. And I'm like, I know what you're doing. And when you tell people you know what they're doing, it explodes them.
Somehow.
Very technological now.
Yeah. So.
Boy, I wish I was working then when it was high tech like that.
Well, you're working right now.
Well, in my own studio. I just got on this kick because I have really bad OCD. But I just wanted to know, what does it feel like to own your own work and just like say what you want to say and be who you really are? It takes a lot of sacrifice, man.
Yeah. I mean, we have been
You're paying for it out the ass every day.
I've never worked harder in my life than we've worked in these last couple months as we've put this thing together.
Well, you got to work hard.
Yeah.
You got to pay the fucking cost to be the fucking boss. That ain't no bullshit.
Yeah. You own the sitcom?
No.
You didn't own it?
I own a percentage of it.
Right.
That makes me, I could go I do get depressed over that. Because I own 20% of my own work. And I'm the one that put my life on the line. That certainly wasn't any committee involved there. But every joke, there was a fucking committee involved. But at the final hour, I just say what I want in front of the camera and let the audience decide. If I got a bigger laugh than all them writers, then we kept that.
Yeah.
And if they got a bigger laugh than me, we kept that. I mean, I cared about the product.
Yeah.
And aside from all the other names they call me, cunt and bitch and all that shit, because, whatever. It's important that an artist control his or her own life and product and everything. I mean, that shit ain't free for somebody just to take. Isn't
it cool that we're cutting out the networks now in a way? Because look, I mean,
I think so.
Yeah, I own this thing. I don't have to answer to anybody.
You're going to work fucking hard, too.
Yeah.
I'm transfixed by these reality shows. They're very good.
You had your own reality show.
I had 2 or 3 of them.
So you had Roseanne's Nuts, which I loved.
Yeah,
there were more bleeps. You had more bleeps per minute than in anything I've ever seen.
They would say that I was difficult. But, that's how I talk. They want to see the real me. I mean, if they didn't want to see the real me, I could never figure, well, why don't you go hire, Raquel Welch or somebody like that?
Right.
You don't want to see me.